And this is Romans 14 and verse 2. It says, for one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs, right? So this is also a precept to show that there's some brothers that would go into in-depth stuff, into the basic, into prophecies and these things, and even in every ground, a brother have a stronghold in, right? In edifying and so on. Even when all brothers come together and we hold the one head, right? It's benefit unto the one body.
Can. Finish on the Corinthians.
Yeah.
Give me Proverbs now. 11 and 1.
This Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Right, and this is the body. You know that this body needs to be balanced. All right, that every man, should function in different roles. All right, have different posts, so that this everything. Remember, the scripture say that in Acts I think it's 5, which say we have to teach men all things as pertaining unto this life. And the scripture also say that too much studying is weariness to the flesh. So what it tell you? That one man won't learn everything. Scripture also say that we know in part and we prophesy in part.
So it had to be shared among the brothers, so every man could carry the burden.
Can.
Right? So every man could carry the burden, because the scripture also says, right? In Ecclesiastes 1 and 18, right? Let me get it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. It says, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. You understand? And the scripture also encourages us in Galatians that we should carry each other burden, right? Even in Hebrew also, right? Again, it's to the benefit of YAHAWASHI going to this one body. And let me just bring out this precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is John chapter 17. I'm reading from verse 9. It says here, this YAHAWASHI speaking, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And verse 11 says, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep true thine own name, those who thou hast given me. And thus starting with the root. All of us have the name of Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, seared in us. Like according to Revelation, when it says that they were all written in the forehead, right? The names of the Father. Right? It's also going and says that they may be one as we are. Right? So all of us are one. Right? Seeing that it's starting with the name of YAHAWASHI. Right? It says it begins with the name. Right? So starting with the foundation, the salvation of Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, and to Israel the promise. This is all we got a one faith and that one hope in. Right?
We mark into Romans 12.
Yeah.
Romans. You got anything else on the talk? Just see it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For by one Spirit, Romans 12 verse 13.
1 Corinthians 12.
Yeah. I read from 12. For as the body is one and have many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is a Mashiach. For by one Spirit we are all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles.
This is it. Alright, this is it. So it's one body. Alright? And somebody get Ephesians 4:11. Yeah, Ephesians 4 and verse 11.
Ephesians 4 verse 11, it says, and he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors, and some teachers.
Yeah, so he didn't give everybody to be apostles.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't give everybody to be prophets. Everybody ain't gonna teach. Some brothers would teach. Alright? And when they finish teaching, you well edified. Whereas some brothers, they struggle to teach, but at the same time, when they prophesy, you know, it's a different thing. They're well grounded in prophesying, but in teaching, they may struggle.
You got some brothers gifted into teach, gifted into prophesy, but all got a one understanding.
Yes,
Just
it's
that was
one,
somewhat
it's one doctrine. Yes,
some would
like
just put out more like the impression into explaining.
yeah. In one area, a brother gonna be more learned than others.
Yeah.
All right, and what I tell you that in this truth, if you try to be something that you're not, if you try to go into an area that the Lord didn't give you, you throw off the balance.
And here's to show that wisdom is also moving, because they got a lot of times where I notice when the brother that could teach, when he is like little off in the spirit, here comes another brother who would like take this, the spirit will allow you to take the place, to explain and to like go in.
It's true.
It does happen. Go on.
Yeah, you know. See, you got some monitor. Ephesians 4. Someone. So the Lord didn't give everybody to do one thing. Alright? And you shouldn't, as a man of understanding in this truth, you shouldn't seek a post or a role that is not yours. You pray to YAHAWASHI, and let him show you what your role is. Alright? Because you could just get the body struggling. Because whereas you're supposed to be the heart, and you trying to be, a hand, then you get the body, what is that? The body sick because the heart in functioning properly. You know?
You end up with some seizure.
Yeah,
Just,
so
it's all in other words, don't just try to force the course, but just the spirit will move when it's given permission. Through
God.
YAHAWASHI. It's not by works, but by the might and power of YAHAWASHI. Because even at time I might say here, you might wanna go in on this topic, but the spirit won't allow you. You won't feel, or you won't get like so like enough precept to put together. At times that do happen. Sometimes you might prepare a lesson and got it written down, but what the spirit lead you other ways to go through it. You know?
Can. Yeah. And just to add to it when saying, sometimes you might put together, or you might get a topic. Alright? You might get a topic you want to go into, and then you link with a brother, and he just bring up precepts, and precepts on point, because this is gift. He can remember all the precepts in the world.
Like Precepticon.
you know, not all the precepts in the world, Salakia, but you can remember a lot of precepts, right? Yeah, Ephesians 4. Yeah, that.
11, read 12.
Yeah.
It says, for the perfection of
Read back 11.
11, right? Ephesians 4:11 said, and he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfection of the saints, for the work of ministry, for the edifying of the body of a Mashiach.
See? Read it back. Read back. Read it back.
For the perfection of the saints.
For the perfection of the saints. And how we gonna be perfect? By learning everything. We have to eat this whole roll. And at the same time, we need to take into consideration that we in this messed up kingdom. All right. By the time you finish with Esau, you tired.
Yeah.
When you go, man, you go through two scriptures, two chapters. You want to sleep.
Yeah, because you would go to sleep. If all this wisdom is to hit you one time, and everyone is to know everything, it can be like, hey, tell me something new. But what this with this wisdom also gotta keep us, like entertained.
Can't. Hey, and this is a beautiful point, what? Because if you know everything, you're gonna just get weary as fast as possible.
Yeah.
You're gonna get weary real fast.
Yeah.
Because you ain't get nothing to keep you up.
Yeah, and it got some, and those are also going to help building the patience, the faith. Right?
Shit.
This like every day is something new.
God.
Every day is something new. Even if the trees around us and so on, they go through different,
Seasons.
season, right? And does will nourish it in its kind of way.
Yeah, read back the precept there.
Ephesians chapter 4:12, it says, "For is the perfection of the saint, for is a work of the ministry."
For the work of the ministry, because one brother gonna can't do everything.
Huh?
All right. Imagine you trying to teach on this block, and then they got persons way over in the next country teaching. No, that want to learn Salakia. You teaching here, and they got people way over so that want to learn. All right. You can't teach everybody, and not everybody want to learn the same thing. All right, or desire the same thing. They don't have the same question.
Right.
You know.
Except
Yeah.
for the edifying of the body of YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, for the edifying of the body. You get someone it.
Right. It says, "Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Yahweh, unto a perfect man,
Unto a perfect man.
unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of a Mashiach."
See, so you have to be like Yahawashai, right? Same glory, same mind, kinda. Right? Same glory, same mind. We have to be like him. All right. And
Then
the only way,
Yahushua is saying this precept: if you see the Father, no, if you see the Father, you see me,
see me,
right?
you have seen the Father.
If you see me, you see the Father. Still, because no man have seen the Father, but we seen the Father through Yahushua, right? But we haven't met the Father face to face. But what Yahushua was saying is that he took the likeness of his Father. Likewise, think about his men, the 144,000, his elect, right? They take the image
Same
of
stature.
Yahushua, and that's why he says in John 7:17 that we may be one, you
God.
know.
So it's all about the body of Yahushua and Mashiach. We have different roles in different posts. All right, but at the same time, if we desire, all right, to function in a certain post, you have to pray to the Lord. All right, you don't. Yeah, Salakia. If you want to function in a different post, you have to pray to the Lord. All right, and don't just up and jump on it on your own. Why? Because you're gonna fail. You're gonna run in vain. But if you pray to the Lord and He give you that gift, that ability, guess what? You're gonna prosper in that post.
Yeah, well, which
All right?
most I would give you, he wouldn't give you more
Yeah.
than you could bear, you know. The office that suits you, he will give it to, right? But a lot of jakes in this time they playing around, but a lot of jakes in this time they play around. But anyway, but it's all to the benefit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, this one understanding and this wisdom, you know. And with that, we hope this video was edifying.
Yeah, Shalom.
Right? Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.